Okay, it's time to start a new season. Child, they took no time to jump into the mess. You hear me? No time. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 12, episode 1. They took no time jumping into the mess. No time at all. Uh, guess who's back, honey? Kenya Moore. Oh, Kenya Moore. Anyway, we retrack 6 months. Okay. So we start off 6 months in the past. And we see Kenya and her baby Brooklyn. They are in Atlanta. Mark is in New York. And the marriage is strained from the door. They didn't play no games. They didn't go around and around. Kenya's marriage is being strained because of the distance between the two of them. But I have a sneaking suspicion that it's a little bit more than that. But that's what she's rolling with. That it's the long distance thing is being a problem. Cool, no problem. We immediately go over to Porsha's. Now this is where all the bullshit's going down. Over at Porsha's house, Porsha's alone yet again. This time it's her and Pilar. She's just there, her and the baby, and her mama's over there with a raggedy wig on, trying to help Porsha, which that whole newborn thing it's a lot. It's a lot. Doing a newborn thing by yourself and being up all night. It's a lot. But her mom's over there with her, eating her out of house. Eating her out of house now. We're gonna talk about that later. But yeah, old Dennis is gone. And there are rumors of cheating, drug use, and bestiality. I'm like, whoa, that's different and new. Tasha K. Old Tasha K. Tasha K. Of YouTube, Tasha K. Miss Tasha that messed around and got herself up on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I said, congratulations, bitch. Tasha. They flashed her monkey ass up on there. I said, oh, Tasha. She got all the shit. She putting it all out there. She doing all the reports on Porsha. I was like, okay. So it's all going down. Dennis done cheated and then moved out. Lauren, dips by, and they're basically going through all the details. Which she'll tell him. This is smart. This is the first time I ever seen Porsha do something really smart, because I don't think she's done with Dennis. And when you're not done with your mate, you don't need to bring your family into your situation. You bring your family into the situation when you are completely finished, because you don't want to be in a position where you are still in love with your man and your family hates your man. You don't want to be in that position. So this is smart. I think that she ain't done, but she said she doesn't want them hating on him. You know what I mean? She don't know what's true and what's not true and all of that. And the mama's like full throttle, eating up everything, and she willing and ready to be hating. So yeah, very smart, Porsha. Good girl. Anyway, so and I also looked at. I was like, I was listening to her a little bit, and I said, I wonder if Porsha's having a little bit of postpartum. You know what I mean? Because it's the stuff with Dennis is heavy, but it seemed like there's some more. It's like it's real heavy, going on. She started talking about not wanting to get dressed and different things like that, and I was like, I don't know, Porsha. I'll keep my eye on her. So that was that. We go over to Kandi and Todd's. They give a call to Shadina, which is their surrogate, and she's carrying a little baby girl for them. And it's funny that little Ace actually understands somewhat of what's going on. You know what I mean? He understands there's another baby coming, and he said something to Shadina, and they asked her if it would be okay if they brought him to the next appointment the next prenatal appointment and all of that. And she said, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. She talked to Ace and she told Ace, yeah, I'm babysitting your sister. And that was funny. That was funny. She said, yeah, I'm babysitting the baby. And that's smart. That was smart. But yeah, I thought that was real cute. Um, Kandi, Candy's always gonna be Kandi. Candy's dramatic. So she's like, she's going through this thing of missing the emotion of feeling the baby's first kick and this, that thing, and the other, and she having a little guilt behind it. But Kandi, you knew this was going to be. So you should have already dealt with all of this. You should already been working through this because you knew this was going to happen when you were having somebody else carry the baby. So we're not going to go into no whole thing about this now, Kandi. But I get you. I get you. But we not going to do no whole season of this now. Anyway, moving on. So Eva, goddamn it, Eva, pregnant. Pregnant as hell. She's 6 months. I said, girl, you ain't on fertile myrtle, honey. Her and Michael been up for lunch, and she eating up everything too. That's all we see is her eating. She having her a good time. I bet I'm, trying to keep that little shape and modeling and all that. Hey, being pregnant gives you a chance to chill, so enjoy yourself. But she's looking for a home as usual. But this is the permanent home. They're like, okay, we're done with all this other stuff. We're looking for our permanent home at this point. Um, Michael actually came out and asked her about Porsha, and I thought that was nice. He had some real concern for Porsha, and I thought was very genuine. I thought that was very nice. And they were saying, some stuff is going on, and Eva's been filling in at Dish Nation for Porsha. So yeah, they were worried about her a little bit because he said he really didn't want her to be working as much as what she was working. But again, they were concerned about Porsha as well. So I thought that was sweet. Anyway, moving on. So we got another Mike. We got Mike Hill and Cynthia. And they're over there. He's not in Atlanta. He is in LA for work. And then so you got that strain on that. Well, it's not actually being such a major strain on them, but it definitely plays a factor. You got him in LA, her in Atlanta. Her businesses are doing really well. His business is doing very well. Listen, Cynthia, from the past, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Just relax and let it go. Don't do too much. Doing too much will screw things up, and you've been known to screw things up before when you try to do too much. Now, she keeps talking about marriage. And I really hate that. I really hate that when a female is pushing marriage to a male. I don't like it. It just seems so desperate, and it just ain't a good look. And he basically even told her to chill. Like, chill. Let me get the ring and let me have my moment of surprising you with a proposal and all that. Let me have my moment. She telling about what kind of ring she wants. Like, girl, you really are looking thirsty and desperate, and it's not cute. And you the same bitch that swore you were never gonna get married again. Girl, Hirsch, chill out. Let things just be. And he likes you. He likes you. You can tell Mike likes Cynthia. He really do. Let it be what it is. He told her in this thing, take that damn wig off. Take that goddamn wig off. She did. She just had that wig on. It wasn't even a cute wig. She just had this wig up on her head. So take that motherfucker off. She took it off, and immediately when she takes it off, Cynthia's beautiful. So when she took the wig off, it was like, and I was like, come on through. Come on, give me, Iman. And it very much gave, even when she had this like dashiki on, she gave, as soon as she took that wig off, she was giving you model. She looked like who she is. She is a supermodel. That goddamn mop off your head, child. And it was, she's just beautiful. And he was like, I was like, this is good. And I think I like Mike Hill. But just chill out, Cynthia. Don't just chill out. Becoming overbearing, honey. Moving on. So then we see go down to Cynthia. She has a little wine shop, and Mallory's there. and Mallory is actually managing the shop. Kenya and the baby show up, and they ended up leaving the shop. Kenya, Kenya, you always throw out a little shade here and there. She's talking about one of the bottles of liquor. That ain't cost for $5. You take that, put that on the bottle. I was like, shut up with your shady behind. Just shut up. But they go over like across the street to a little diner or whatever, and they're sitting down talking, and she starts talking about throwing a Barbie party for Brooklyn as a coming out party for her little girl. So everybody could meet her and all of that. And I said, well, that'll probably be really cute. You know what I mean? Because all of the women are going to dress up like Barbie dolls. They listen. Now, that's one thing I'll give them on this show. They love a special occasion type of situation and an event. They like a themed event. So I said, I know they'll all really show up in costume and really get it together. Probably all except for Nene, and I doubt that Nene will be there anyway. So that'll be fine. But anyway, so they're sitting there talking, and the Nene came up, the name came up, and Kenya refreshed our memory. Sure did. You remember how we left out, where Nene was so upset with Cynthia about Kenya coming to the party and all of that. But Kenya and Bravo Andy with his shady butt showed us about how, remember when Walter was invited to Nene's wedding? And you ain't had no problem with that, Nene, but you had a problem about Kenya, who is a castmate, whether on or off. She is a castmate. She is relevant. You had an issue about her being invited to Cynthia's big party, something that was very important. Yet you grabbed up Walter, who wasn't important to anybody. Anybody. He wasn't even Z-list. He was nobody. He was nobody. He was completely an extra. He was a paid extra. And you brought and had him at your wedding. Shut up, Nene. Just shut on up. Anyway, and then Kenya was teasing her about being thirsty. Thirsty. About Mike. Yes, well, she is. Anyway, yeah. You need to cut it out with that wedding stuff. Just chill out. So shortly after that, we go back to another scene over at Porsha's house, and this is where I was telling you all. Porsha's mother was in there eating her ass off. And the only thing that saved it is that Lauren came to the door and rang the doorbell. It was coming in. She was supposed to be making a plate for Porsha, but she was eating everything off the plate. I said, and it reminded me of, I say, look, about me, okay? I'm going to go on my soapbox. When I was watching her mother in that kitchen, I don't know. I know most of you probably have already seen it, but I have a story time video that I did a few years back that's on my YouTube channel about a friend of mine who brought me a dinner yet had eaten some of the food out of my dinner. This scene and her mother eating that food like that, I said, it took me right back to that video I did. So if you've never seen it, go through my story times and find out the it's called Rib Dinner Fiasco. Go back and watch that video. Child, listen. You know what? I'll leave the link down there in the information section of this video. It's a hoot and a holler. It was really funny. It wasn't funny to me at the time, but it's funny, and a lot of people enjoyed the video. But this is exactly what it reminded me of. I said, you greedy whore. She was eating up that food. I said, girl, you need to stop. And then there was this whole thing. They were laughing about, well, they weren't laughing. I was laughing about all the flowers that Dennis had been sending to the house. That the house looked like a funeral home, child. I said, Lord. And this is where we were starting to see, I could see like that Porsha is actually, she's depressed. She's depressed because she made a comment. She said, I keep on, when I go to sleep, I feel like I'm going to wake up because this has got to be either a bad dream or a joke. And I think some of that has to do with Dennis, but I don't think it all has to do with Dennis. I'm really wondering if there's a little touch of postpartum going on with poor little Porsha. Anyway, moving on. So Kandi, Eva, and Cynthia get together down at OLG. And OLG, I said, she really hit the nail on the head with this. That place, it was just packed out. It was just packed out. I said, I definitely have to make my way to Atlanta, Georgia, and get to go to OLG and check out what's going on. But even and everything looks so good, even when they're on, and you hear a lot of good things, but really just doing it up with that business. But yeah, they're in there, and then there's this girl who shows, a very pretty girl. Comes, she sends a drink first to the table to Kandi, and then she comes over. She introduces herself. She says, "My name is Sincerely," and boom, on the screen again. That goddamn Tasha K. I said, no, Tasha. Oh, Tasha K. Listen, y'all know I'm a fan. I like Tasha. I always did. I do. I like Tasha. I watched her videos. I got hooked on her a long time ago when she used to do, like, I do Ask James, and she does the questions. She used to do questions and stuff as well. The Her viewers and subscribers would write in questions and she would answer them. This is before she started doing a lot of this salacious information like this. Oh, Tasha. So, but yeah, Tasha. Oh, you messy bitch. You get on down, Tasha. I said, no, you ain't up on here 2 times in one episode. Come on through, Tasha K. Down to the YouTube shaking the grass, honey. So I'm laughing. I said, oh, so sincerely saying that Tasha's lying. That she didn't do it. You know what was said, and this, that, thing, and the other. So, okay, girl, whatever. Go ahead, Tasha. Anyway, so Kandi, that sincerely is cute though. She's a very cute girl. She ends up, she was very gracious, and she said, "I just wanted to say that," and they all took it in, and they was all like, "T, honey, T, T, T." So they said, we need to really talk to Porsha. This may actually help with what's going on with her, let her know that it's a lie, that this is not really going on, this hasn't gone on, and that might, help with her and Dennis' situation. And Kandi was like, I don't know about being involved because God knows, as soon as my name comes up, and I hate that this information came out at OLG, I could just see that it's probably going to come back on me. Said, you know it, goddammit. So that was that. Sincerely walks on off and leaves. Kandi also said she remembers Sincerely from somewhere, but she couldn't remember where she remembered her from. And I said, oh, Kandi. So do you know her, Kandi, or do some of the Kandi codeds know her? Because this is what's going to come at you. I just don't think this is going to be the last we hear of this. It's going to be something. So it's going to bite Kandi in the butt. I know it is. But anyway, moving on. So they had asked Kandi, do you believe this? Kandi, do you believe? She says she doesn't believe at all about the bestiality stuff. She don't believe that. But the coke and the cheating, I haven't heard that in the streets, so I don't really know. I said, gee willikers. This scene right here, I said, okay, we're going to put it there. We're going to hold on to it because I don't think we heard it. This scene, I swear, is probably going to play out all season, and then it'll probably come up again in the doggone reunion. But okay. All right, cool. No problem. So that's that. So let's go to the birthday party. Or it's not the birthday party, the coming out party. So we go on to the coming out party. And the girls start to show up. That damn Cynthia, she looked cute, but she can't. Thirsty Brad Barbie. She coming a whole wedding gown. I said, okay, all right, Cynthia. Just overbearing. Just overbearing. Then Eva came as pregnant workout Barbie. Funny. I said, come on. Eva looked like Eva looked like Montana from American Horror Story 1984. I said, come on, honey, let's get physical and pregnant. And listen, Ace, is there a check being written out from Bravo to Ace? Because Ace is a star. Like, Ace is one of the stars of the show, flat out. It just is what it is. They walked in there, it was Kandi and Ace. And Kandi was Rockstar Barbie, and he was Ken. And that goddamn Ace just stole the spotlight. I said, is there a check being written out for Ace? Because he's a damn star. He definitely, how, like, as far as like Riley, we love Riley. Riley's cool, but Riley don't have that star quality at this small age, and he's had it ever since he first came into the world. He had his own social media and everything. Ace has star quality, like Kandi does, like that up front. He's gonna be that star out of the family because I don't think his daddy has it. I think he's very good for behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And certain people in the house will have it. Mama Joyce has that star quality thing. She pops. You know what I mean? She make good TV. Ace, he got it. It's natural. He has it. They need to be writing a check out for little Ace. I said, oh my gosh, so cute, little rock star cat. I said, you better come in there and turn the party out. There was two little boys that turned out the Barbie party. It was him, and there was a little boy that was the DJ that was turning it. He was turning the party too. I said, well, how cute is that? So that was cute. Porsha came in, and she was holiday Barbie. Her and Pilar, honey. Listen, sorry, Kenya, but Porsha let you have it at your own party. Porsha's dress was the dress that Kenya should have had on because they both were in red, and Kenya's, it was okay, but Porsha's was like, they were both like the same, like strapless with tulle on it. Kenya's was very scaled down karaoke Jody Watley tee, and Porsha's was a Barbie doll. It was a whole Barbie doll. I said, oh my. And she really did. Like, literally, Porsha outshined Pilar. She looked like a complete little chocolate Barbie doll. I said, girl, you look good. Y'all know I ain't even no Porsha. Well, y'all know I ain't no Porsha fan at all, but it just is what it is. She really looked good at that party. She looked absolutely adorable. She was like, her and Ace were the stars of the party. And the little boy that was the DJ. Anyway, then there was this one little thing in there. I was like, uh-oh. There was a part where there was a guy who was actually holding Brooklyn. And I said, well, why did they even have to film that? It was so shady. I was like, there y'all go again, honey, with y'all little pocket gays, honey. But he was holding the baby, honey, and she came and she said, oh, and they snatched the baby off of him, honey. I said, okay, y'all. And it's like, Mark would just have a fit over another man holding his child. Why don't I believe that? Why don't I believe that Mark would even give a shit? Mark wasn't even there. Anyway, all right. Anyway, that's just some more over dramatics from Brooklyn's mama, because her daddy didn't even think enough to come to the party. Anyway, Eva didn't bring her kids, and she had made the comment. She said, "Well, I don't know. Last time we were together, things were kind of weird with us, and I'll be filling things out before I bring my kids and stuff." And I said, we're dealing with Kenya. I'm sure this is going to be a made into a mountain. She's talking to Cynthia, and Porsha overheard it. She just said, I wasn't sure about Kenya's energy, so I didn't bring him this time. So that was that. So then there was a scene where Kenya and Porsha actually went to the side and they were talking. And they were like bonding and just saying, that they were so glad about how far they've come. And look at us. We both got babies. We both had daughters. And, we're getting along. And I'm glad we patched everything up, because being as though we ended up having daughters, we wouldn't want our daughters to be fighting or carrying that garbage that we had going on. And all of that made a whole lot of sense, because y'all going to be around each other. So all of that really did make sense. Now, then they did what the two of them whores do best, start shit. And they got to go on, and Porsha going to tell her all about Eva. And said, yeah, girl, Cynthia was co-signing it too, child. And I was like, uh-oh. And then that Kenya said, oh, well, isn't that cute, honey? See, because she won't never be invited to anything else that I do. I said, oh, damn, here we go. So Kenya and Eva going to be an issue. Porsha, running your mouth. So, in turn, Kenya got to give her girl something back. Now, she seen Cynthia, Kandi, and Eva gathering earlier, and they were saying, maybe we should talk to Porsha now. And they're like, well, no, this ain't the time. And they was like, yeah, no, let's not do it today. Well, she decided to go and tell Porsha about the whole Sincerely thing and Kandi, and that it actually happened, you know. Like they actually asked her not to say anything. They asked her not to say anything, but she come on out with it. So she's like, go get them. So she went and got them, brought them all back. As soon as they started talking, she was like, As soon as she said, where did this all happen? She said, down at OLG. And she was like, did it really? Oh, I said, oh, here we go. And Kandi was like, see, this is why I didn't even want to be a part of this. I don't know her. I don't know nothing. And I was just sad that it even happened at OLG or whatever. But they were telling her, she was saying, this is what happened. But it's not a bad thing. She came and she said that what was being said in the blogs was not true. And so this is a good thing. And Porsha's like, well, no, it's really not a good thing because I already knew that. It wasn't her. It wasn't her that, I already know that it's not true. And they just was like, oh, okay, well, ain't no problem then. But now, Porsha's going to carry that. And of course, that little Kandi piece is going to hold on. Now, that's that. That was that for what went on at the party. But in the confessional, the producers were asking Porsha, so why haven't you said anything? And she says, because I'm embarrassed and I just ain't ready to talk about it yet. I was embarrassed because it wasn't Sincerely. She knew that the stuff being said by Tasha K about Sincerely was not true. But he did cheat. It was with someone else. I said, oh,